Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Hidden Secrets series with Kemya and Lynn. I am your co-host, Miss Kemya, digital marketing strategist and social media manager over at marketingsparkler.com. And let me introduce you to my co-host, Lynn. Lynn, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Lynn Miller, and I am the founder of Straight Talk Writer, and I'm a growth strategist that wants to add a zero to your business.
Excellent, excellent. So we were talking recently about selling our products and services and not being successful at it, having challenges with selling.
Yes, that's a common problem. People come to me and they say, I built it and nobody came. So what do you do about that? Well, the first question you want to ask yourself is, who did you build it for? Did you build it for a big audience? Did you build it for a really specific audience that's really small? Can you answer that question? That's first of all.
That's a good point. And one of the questions I know, Lynn had told me before, one of the questions she always asks is, okay, you built a program or a service, or you created a course. What problem does it solve? That's where we get to the meat of the thing, right, Lynn? What problem does it solve?
Absolutely. If you don't know what problem it solves, and you're just telling somebody because you think you're good at a topic or you know a topic really well, then they're not going to finish it.
And they probably won't even buy it.
They probably won't even buy it.
That's
There has to be an emotional connection to the topic.
I love that. And we'll take courses as an example. If your course solves a specific problem, you have to put that information into all of your copy, whether it's the sales page, whether it's your promotional materials, whether it's your dedicated emails to promote it. Because if it doesn't solve a specific problem, then I, as your prospective student, I won't know that the course is for me.
Right? There's nothing to relate to.
Challenge. Yeah, that you have to lead with problem solving. But there are a couple other reasons why you built it and nobody came. One of the things we were just talking about is your audience, the size of your audience. Your audience might not be large enough. A lot of times people want to create programs and services and create courses because somebody else is doing it. And a lot of people don't realize you have to build up people to talk to. So if you created a course and you don't have anybody to sell the course to because you don't have a warm audience ready to enroll in a course, nobody's going to buy it.
And just really quick before we move on to our next session, the thing that really helps people know that you can solve a problem is talking about the problem.
Yes, talk about the problem ahead of time, before the product or service is launched, before the course is launched. You have to warm your audience up about the problem so that when you're in launch mode, they're already familiar, they're already thinking about the problem, and you are positioning yourself as the problem solver. And so that's why it all starts with the problem, because that kind of dictates the rest of your moves moving forward to market your program.
Well said, Kemya.
Awesome. And it's, it was another thing we talked about, Lynn, when it comes to, you built the course and nobody came, is a lot of, coaches, consultants, etc. They build things that they want to build, and they're not creating things that their audience wants. It's an egocentric, launch. It's not about what the audience said they wanted. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, thank you for asking that question, because at deciding to do a course based on what you do best or know how to do is not the reason to create one.
Yes, that's
the reason to create one is what you want to be known for. If they come to you and they say, I always come to you because, that's the reason to create and sell the course.
Yes, I love that you said that, because that means that ties into what we just mentioned about an audience large enough. So if you're not receiving regular feedback, let's use your promotion on social media as an example. That applies to most businesses these days. You're posting content on social media. If you are not getting feedback, engagement, etc., then you don't know what problems your desired audience has, and you won't know how to create the solution to those problems. So if you're stuck on what to create, if you feel like that might be part of your problem, ask your audience what they need, what they want. Ask for feedback. Ask them, I don't like the cliche, what keeps you up at night? Because what keeps us up at night is money. Okay, so don't ask that question. Don't ask that. But ask them, what challenges are they facing in their business with regard to? So for me, since I'm a social media manager, I would say, what's your biggest issue when it comes to, managing your own social media? Like, what's something you would do, Lynn, as someone who helps course creators? What's a question that you might ask to get feedback that you can incorporate into your marketing?
What are you frustrated by? What are you upset with? What are you mad about? So I usually ask an emotional question.
Okay. Does it, as it relates to their industry?
As it relates to the subject matter they're an expert in.
Love that. See, that it's that simple. That's it. So if you're creating a course, what frustrates you about your particular topic? So if you're a productivity coach and you want to create a course, what frustrates you about other productivity coaches? What frustrates you about the latest productivity trends? Or what frustrates you about when current clients come to you with their problems? What's the number one thing that frustrates you when you're interacting with people? So if you look at what frustrates you, then that will help you to start drilling down and pinpointing the problem that you need to solve. Like you said, because there's an emotional connection to it.
That's right.
Absolutely. And so if you built it and nobody came, consider these tips and you will be able to at least help yourself identify what the problems are on your back end so that you can increase your audience, rework or tweak your sales copy if needed to identify the problems and increase the size of your audience that's seeing your product or your program so that you can ultimately get some feedback and sell it.
Right. Keep focused on the customer. That's whatever it is that upsets them, fix it.
Yes. Remember, it's not about you. It's about your desired customer, client, student, etc. Thank you for watching another episode of the Hidden Secret series with Kemya and Lynn. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we had filming it for you.
We definitely had fun with this. We know we threw a lot of information, a lot of tips, and it might be a little bit overwhelming, but that's okay. The more important thing is what to do next.
Yes. So what's next? We'd like you to, if you haven't already, download the workbook below. And as you comb through your notes, if you need additional help and support in order to implement the ideas that we shared in the video, please book a consulting call with either myself or Lynn. Our contact information is in the workbook, and we'd be happy to support you and strategize ways that you can incorporate the tips from this Hidden Secret series into your business. Until next time, have a great day.
Thank you.